This is a great honor for every fan of the Dallas Cowboys. I'm honored to be in the NFL.
What can I say? Mamba out.
All right, what's happening, everybody? Welcome to the afternoon show presented by ESEN. I'm Chris Gonzalez, joined by Tony Gonzalez and Jay McLovin. Hope you guys are doing better than me today. I know Dad probably ain't doing real great. We got our asses kicked. But hey,
2 days in a row.
I know we'll talk about that game. I'll give you my thoughts, but a little rough 2-day stretch. But when the Dodgers bats get hot, like they did those 2 games, it's gonna be tough for anybody to beat them. But how's it going, guys?
Going good.
I'll tell you how it's going. I thought it was going to be good. I was hoping Boston would get that win and Frankie wouldn't be having anything to chirp about today, but that did not happen. Unfortunately, you guys did get your asses kicked. So it was kind of a bittersweet weekend for me, but it's going to get all right. We're going to bounce back. You won't, at least not for 12 months, but we will.
Yeah, we will. Hey, guys, let's jump into it. Yesterday, we had Cleveland defeat Detroit 6-1. Going to be a game 3, winner take all, and this one moves on. Cleveland got to Detroit's bullpen in the 8th inning. That was the big thing there. Then we had San Diego defeated the Cubs 3-0. San Diego's pitchers only gave up 4 hits, and they used a lot of pitching. Their starting pitcher only won like 3 or 4 innings, so they used almost like a bullpen game and held the Cubs down. We had the Yankees defeat Boston 4-3. Bednar got a big save for New York there, and they held on and got the win. And then the Dodgers defeated the Reds 8-4. Reds blew a big chance there in the I think it was the 3rd with bases loaded and didn't score. Let me go back real quick. San Diego and the Cubs. That's also a final game today. I think that game starts at 5:04. The Cleveland and Detroit's at 3:08. Cubs are at 5:08, and Boston and New York is at 8:08. So got 3 winner-take-all games today and tonight. So should be interesting. Chris, give your thoughts. I figure you might want to start with the Reds.
First I'll start with the Guardians. Detroit Guardians already have won that series. They blew that first game, and then was able to bounce back yesterday. Detroit's in trouble. I think they can't hit the ball. Hell, the first game they won was Schoolville. They couldn't hit the ball either. The runs they got was unearned. Detroit's offense has just disappeared. The Boston Yankees series has been, but both those games have been fun games to watch. That game last night was fun to watch. Yankees were scored and Red Sox would come right back and score. Like it just kept going back and forth. That was a fun game to watch. I didn't see much of the Padres and Cubs, but I saw the Padres was able to bounce back. But I didn't see much of that game. The Reds, to me, they really blew the game in the 6th inning. But like you said, in the 3rd inning, they had bases loaded, didn't score. But in the 6th inning, it's a 3-2 game. You have bases loaded, no outs. And you get no runs, and then you turn around next inning and make an error and give them an extra out. You'd have been out of that inning without them getting any runs, and they end up getting 2 or 3 runs because Sal Stewart threw the ball. It looked like a little league play. He made a good stop fielding the ball, but then threw it behind the pitcher, and then they get that. Now they have 2-3 runners on, no outs, and boom, that's when the game. So to me, but you play a team like the Dodgers, you get bases loaded, you got to score runs. And right there, we had bases loaded twice and didn't score no runs. And we had bases loaded in the 8th inning, scored 2 runs, and then left the bases loaded. So I mean, when you're playing playoff baseball or against a good team, you can't leave. If you leave 9 runners on base, it's hard to beat any team, let alone a good team. And right now, the Dodgers bats are hotter than shit.
You ain't lying, Gonzo.
I'm looking forward to that Phillies Dodgers series. I think that's going to be a entertaining, real entertaining series coming up.
That might be the real World Series.
Yeah, it's yeah. I mean, I've seen a lot of. Look, I'm a Reds fan, and but I've been upset with some of the Reds fans I've seen posted
Oh
today.
man, they're fucking idiots.
Well,
Yeah.
and they all want to whine about. Well, baseball's got to do something. We only spent 119 million, and the Dodgers spent. Hey, it's that way for 80% of the league. I mean, some spend more than the Reds, yes, but I mean, I know Houston don't spend a lot. I know Cleveland spends, I think, less than the Reds, and look where they're at. So I don't want to hear that shit. I mean,
Yeah.
I know there's a discrepancy with the money, but it is what it is. I don't want to hear the sour grapes. That's bullshit. I mean, and I'm a
Yeah, that, and then you got them on there. Oh, we got embarrassed. We didn't get embarrassed. If you watched both
No.
those games, if you watched both those games and thought the Reds got embarrassed, you don't know baseball. Like we had opportunities to be in both those games. Did we take advantage of opportunities? No, but it wasn't like we just got straight embarrassed. Like last night, we times and got 2 runs out of it. Like you're not going to win games that way. And even the night before, we had bases loaded, and we start chasing pitches and don't get in. The guy couldn't throw a strike, and Stevenson goes up there and just starts chasing pitches, swinging the shit out of the strike. It's like he's thrown 12 straight fucking balls. Why are you swinging the bat? Make him go strike.
Yeah.
And then we didn't get in. So like we had opportunities. So in getting embarrassed, and here's the way I look. Would I like to see the Reds win that? Yes. But had a new manager that we brought in this year, and we got to the playoffs. Most of the time, if you look at Terry Francona led teams, that second and third season is when you really take that. His teams take that jump. So yeah, so to me, I'm looking forward to what we got. Sal Stewart came in late in the season, played the last month of the season as a rookie, looked good, played pretty good in the playoffs, made that one throwing mistake, but he had 3 RBIs last night. This dude's only been in the major leagues for a month. He's hitting 270 and has I think he's hitting 280 and has 5-6 home runs. He was our number 1 prospect. So I mean, we got a lot of things that we can build on, and you got some guys that I think are going to play a lot. Like McLean, I expect a lot bigger year out of him next year. A year removed from that shoulder surgery, because you got to remember he missed a whole season last year with a shoulder surgery. So it's going to take some time to get your swing back to how it was and everything. Toward the end of the year, he started hitting the ball better. So yeah, I'm not one of them when it comes to any of my teams. I don't get real negative either. So I'm not. Yeah, the people that are.
Yeah.
If you think this was a total failure, you need to go root for another team, because I've watched a lot of years where we're fucking 20, 30 games below 500 and don't even have a chance to be playing. So hey, at least we were competitive all season, and it came down to the end. So as a fan, that's what I asked for, to be competitive.
Yeah, we took a big step this year, and hopefully next year we can take some more steps. That's all you can hope for. I mean,
and the payroll thing is not going to change.
No,
they're going to try to change. I mean, baseball's wanting to put in a salary cap, but I think there'll be a strike before that happens. These players aren't going to give up the money. They're not going to.
Hell no, they ain't.
These players ain't going. They're not going to voluntarily take a pay cut.
No.
I'll go from making $900 million to making $300 million. Sure, like they're not going to do that. No person is going to voluntarily do that. It's going to be.
We got breaking news. Apparently, some people complained that the name Reds was considered a communist name. So it has been voted on that the Reds, after their recent performance in the playoffs, will now be called the Cincinnati Scrubs.
Or like that one Cincinnati page called them the Cincinnati Cockroach Team or some shit like that.
And their fight song is going to be called "Looking for Scrubs in All the Wrong Places." Went to Cincinnati, found the scrubs.
The guys that team didn't even make the playoffs.
Yeah, that's true.
Hey, you know what?
I
don't have to worry about nothing. I can just pick on everybody. Pick on everybody. I'm going to start with the Reds. I'm going to work my way into Boston, New York. I'm going to be all over the place. You are who we thought you were.
We appreciate that couch worm. I'll have to give my thoughts right now, Tony, since
Okay.
it would be my turn that way because I'm also a Reds fan. Leave it to me. Men on base is not a recipe for winning in that way, but it was Tito's first year, and it's been one since being in the playoffs, so it was cool to see that. But something that hasn't been said, I actually brought it up last night, but I took it down because sometimes 2 a.m. thoughts can get crazy in that way. But I still feel the same now.
I know all about those 2 a.m. thoughts. I've
Yeah.
done a few of them myself.
I think this is a unique take because I've seen it done in W. Is the wild card? I feel like the wild card format should be 1-1-1. The higher seed hosts the first. I mean, it would spread out the games, but
They won't go to that.
Yeah.
Not 1-1-1 because it's too much traveling.
Yeah.
I agree with you. I think it should be like that too, but they won't because it would give. They would have to take like another day, and then it would give the teams with a bye like a full a week or more off. So
yeah,
that's why they won't do it. But yeah, I think it does kind of suck, and I'm not saying that for the Reds, for any team, because I mean, might not, I'm not saying that would have mattered, but I do think like the Yankees and Red Sox, you're in the playoffs, but I think both teams should get a chance to host a game. I think to me, it's cheating out the fans that's waited for your team to make the playoffs, and then you don't even have one home game for your fans to go have that experience. So to me, I think each team should get at least one home. But I see why they don't do it. But to be honest with you, I like the wild card better when it was you played one game and it was sudden death, do or die. I liked it better like that in the 3 games.
Even when the Pirates beat us about 10 years ago, man.
But no,
I agree with you.
It's so exciting. I loved it when it was the one game wild card.
Yeah, and I remember that game being pretty tense, man. So I have to agree with you on that. Even with
if you
that,
got one shot to get it. Yeah, it's gonna be chippy. It's gonna be real chippy.
Oh, it was chippy, all right. To the point where one of the Reds' wives that was in the stands was
it would look like all the 3 of the games today are going to look like.
Yeah. But those are my thoughts on that. But it's a unique take because I've seen how successful that was in the W, so I figured to drop that in there.
Okay. Jay, your takes on the playoff games yesterday.
Yeah, obviously, I really was hoping Detroit would pull that out. I'm just a big AJ Hinch guy. Ever since with the Astros. So I'm still hoping that they could take the series. Obviously, I think it's right. I think now we're at 1 apiece, so it got evened up. Skewball pitched a hell of a good game. The second game was more of a bullpen game, I thought, kind of from the Dodgers. It just didn't let Mize pitch, I think, 3 innings, and everybody else was 2s and a bunch of 1s. So I don't know. We'll see. I still feel like Detroit – I still feel like Detroit is going to – I actually picked them to be in the World Series. I think I picked Phillies and Detroit. So I still feel like that's a very viable combination. So we'll see how it plays out. But, yeah, it was a hell of a game. Reds, man, y'all didn't – man, I turned that game off after about the 3rd or 4th inning. I wound up going to bed. But y'all had a hard one. You had a hard one to go to L.A., play in L.A., huh?
It was 3-2 going in the 6th, 3-2 in the 6th inning.
Was it about? That's probably about when I think that's when I dozed off. Was about the 6th inning. It's a hard team, man. Y'all played. You went to LA. You had to play in LA. I mean, it's a hard. I mean, just to get in there. I know you guys went through a lot just to get in there. So I think your team is growing. I gave you a hard time about the scrubs thing, but I think your team is growing. I think it's going to take a little bit more time, but I think you definitely are heading in the right direction. You definitely got some good pitching over there, and you have some good hitters. So I think you definitely have something to build on. So I think you're in a better situation now than you were last year, I think. So I think you're seeing a lot of growth in that team.
Hey, what's up, Jonathan?
So I expect to see a lot more. In terms of tonight, whoo, man. Actually, I really thought the Yankees might have a good shot at
Hold up, Hollow Point.
So I think today, like you said, I think today is going to be it's going to be all hands on deck. I think you're going to see a great Cleveland series. I don't expect to see any blowouts. I think everything's going to be tight and close. I would imagine if we see maybe an ejection or two. I really think we might see an ejection in that Yankees, in that Yankees Boston game. Yeah, I just think it's going to get hot and heavy real quick. And then the Padres and Cubs. I mean, Tatis looked pretty good yesterday out there in the outfield and such. So I think it's going to be good, man. I think this is going to be I really think this is going to be some of the best baseball right now, just because everybody's backs are against the wall, so it's good.
Hey, one thing I got. Two things I want to add. One, did you guys hear where the Mariners done a inter squad scrimmage and 30,000 fans came to it. I think it was either going to be last night. They done
Israel came out and played
to play a game and try to keep in rhythm and play a game and try to kind of mimic the atmosphere. They had 30, and then another team was doing it too. I don't know if they were having the fans and everything, but another team was doing a scrimmage like that.
That's smart.
So there's a couple teams. I'm trying to remember who the other team was, but I know it was Seattle and the Phillies. The Phillies was doing one. Actually, the Phillies was one that was going to have 30,000 fans there. Seattle, Ichiro was going to be there. I think he was might have been playing on one of the inter squad teams. But yeah, they were doing that. And then my other thing is everybody talks about Paul Skeens all the time as a pitcher out of the National League, which rightfully so. I mean, the dude's been amazing. But I'll tell you what, that fucking Yamamoto from the Dodgers.
Oh man, he had some stuff.
Severely underrated. That dude don't get talked about enough. Watching him pitch last night. That dude was just painting the corners. His control was. It's like he was throwing BBs. Man, his control was just so impressive.
Especially right before he came out, and that's the 6th inning, right?
His control was impressive. That's the first time I've really set. I've seen him pitch maybe an inning here, an inning there, but to sit and watch him pitch a whole game like that, he was impressive.
Yeah,
I do think that. I think I don't know. Did we pick our games on who we think's taking the wins tonight? I don't know if we did that yet or not.
No, let's go ahead. You go ahead and start it.
I'm gonna definitely tell you. I'll start the San Diego series. I think the Cubs take that one. Darvish, his ERA is kind of around the 5.6 mark. I don't know how accurate it is. I think he was hurt for a little bit, but I think I'm gonna take the Cubs and Taillon. And I'm not a big Taillon fan, not even when he would play with the Yankees. But I just feel like the Cubs are gonna take this one tonight. So I'm gonna lean the Cubs direction. I think Kyle Tucker is gonna continue to do things. So I'm gonna go Cubs. I'm gonna go Tigers. And I'm going to go Boston. I'm going to go Boston this one, and I think Bregman and company are going to take it to him tonight.
Well, we'll be seeing Frankie in the next 30 seconds pop in here. So
I'm gonna go with the home teams. I'm going with Cleveland, the Cubs, and the Yankees. I think the Yankees at home is going to pull it out. Both teams are not starting really any big name pitchers. Boston's starting Conley, who's 1-2, and the Yankees are starting a rookie. Cam Slitter or something like that. It's 4-3. So you got a couple of young pitchers starting that game. So I think you're going to see a lot of bullpen games. Like I said, all hands on deck type games. But yeah, I'm going all home teams in this. Chris, what about you?
I like the Guardians. Like I said, I think they should already won this series. They kind of blew game one. I just don't think the Tigers are going to be able to get enough offense going. The Cubs game is hard. This Cubs San Diego game is a hard one for me to pick. But I think I'm gonna go with the Padres with Darvish on the mound, and then Red Sox and Yankees. That's another hard one because we've seen both these games. These teams have been going back and forth. But I'm gonna go with the Yankees since it is in New York.
Okay. What about you, Big Lynn?
I'm going Yankees. I'm going Guardians. And if this was Texas Rangers used Darvish, I would deal with him, but he's old as fuck now, so give me the Cubs.
Okay. All right, guys. Anything else on baseball before we move to some college football?
No, I'm good.
All right, guys. Let's move to a little college football. Wasn't a lot of great games this week, so I don't have a lot. But first one is number 9, Texas, playing at Florida. So, I mean, I know Florida is not ranked right now, but they were pretty well ranked at the start of the season. Jay, how do you feel? I mean, here's a little bit of a test for you guys. What do you think about this game?
Yeah, if this is the Archie Manning that I was expecting to come out and play, I would say Texas. But man, right, I still think Texas will get it. But I just, I'm just, man, Archie Manning just makes me nervous. I'm just nervous as hell riding with this guy as my quarterback. I'm still nervous riding with him as my quarterback. So I'm on the fence with this one, but I'm going to ride Texas on this. And I hope that Arch Manning does start to really show signs of confidence in his play. I hope start to show a sign of a little bit more preparation in his play. So I'm looking to see him try to put some swag out there on the field that I haven't seen any swag at all come from him. So I'm going to ride Texas on this, but I'm on the fence.
Okay. Chris?
Yeah, I like Texas to win this game. Florida, I don't think Florida's going to be able to put up that many points up against the Texas defense. Florida hasn't looked very good so far this season, so I'm gonna go with Texas.
Yeah, I agree with you guys. I think Archie's going to play well this game. They're getting ready to get into the division games, into league games. I think it's time for him to be ready to play. So I'm going to say Texas by 10. Glenn?
Is this game in Florida?
Yes, I believe so.
Give me the Gators.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Next up, number 3, Miami, and number 18, Florida State. Chris, what do you think about this one?
I think it's gonna be a real good game, but I like Miami in this game. I think it's gonna be a lot closer game than some people might think of. I mean, being in-state rivalry, anytime these two teams play each other, it's always pretty intense. But yeah, I think Miami. I was trying to find the spread, but I don't know what I did because I'm not seeing it.
I wouldn't be surprised if Florida State beat them because of that rivalry and at Florida State. But I'm going to stick with Miami. But I think it's going to be really close. Miami by 3. Jay?
Yeah, I think Carson Beck and Miami are going to take FSU. I know FSU started out pretty high in the rankings when college football season started, but they've definitely taken some dips down since then. But I think Miami is going to ride it with Carson Beck. So give me Miami.
Big Glenn.
The U.
The U.
Over the U. Chris, did you find the point spread?
I'll have it here in a second. I'm finding it. I had to go to a different thing.
Okay. Next game up, guys. Chris will give us that point spread here in a second. Number 16, Vanderbilt. Now, who thought we'd be talking about a ranked Vanderbilt team coming in? But they're at number 10, Alabama. Alabama coming off that big win against Georgia. Jay, do you think Alabama could they fall off a little bit? Sometimes teams fall off a little bit after a big win like that. Rivalry game beating Georgia. They are at home, though, and against a pretty game Vanderbilt team who's ranked 16. What do you think?
Real quick, Miami's a 4.5 point favorite in that game.
Okay.
Yeah, Vanderbilt obviously is playing undefeated right now, but after what I witnessed from Alabama on Georgia, and Simpson looks like the real deal. I wasn't sure about Simpson, but yeah, he looks like a pretty good quarterback. Yeah, I'm gonna take Alabama, and I think Alabama crushes Vanderbilt. I don't even think it's a close score. I'd put it somewhere like around 35-21, something like that.
Okay. Big Glenn?
Vandy.
Oh, Glenn's in the upset special today. Okay.
Yeah, I'm looking at the schedule, man. I see a lot of some good upsets in the top 25 this weekend.
Okay. Chris, what do you think?
I think Alabama wins the game, but I love Vanderbilt on the spread at the plus 10.5. I think it's going to be a close football. I think it's going to be a close football game, and I think 10.5 points is too many. I think Alabama gets the win, but I think it's going to be. It wouldn't surprise me if this is a set 3 to 7 point game. I think this could be a one possession game.
Yeah, I agree. I'm gonna go with Alabama at home. Vanderbilt, I've heard a lot of good things about him.
Vanderbilt quarterback is good.
Yeah,
that that Pavia or however you pronounce his name.
I've heard a lot of good things about him, but I think Alabama is on the right track. So I'm going to go with Alabama in this game, but I don't know about winning, by more than 10.5. So, but I do think Alabama wins. Next game I got, guys, is Wisconsin at number 20, Michigan. Big Ten game. Chris.
Man, I'm gonna go with Michigan. Wisconsin's not terrible, but I think Michigan gets the win. I think it'll be okay. They have Michigan as 17.5-point favorites, which kind of surprises me.
Well, I think Wisconsin's quarterback's still out.
Oh, okay.
I think their starting quarterback's out.
Okay, that makes sense then. Okay, that makes more sense because, like I said, the way Michigan's been, the offense has looked like that young true freshman quarterback's Underwood. He's going to be good, but the way their offense is right now, I wouldn't have them as 17.5-point favorites over hardly anybody. I think Michigan wins this game, especially if Wisconsin still has the backup quarterback playing.
Yeah, I agree. I'm going to go with Michigan. I don't know about the point spread, but I like Michigan in this game. Big Glenn?
Michigan.
Okay. Jay?
Yeah, definitely Michigan. Even if Wisconsin did have their starting quarterback available, I think I still would have rode with Michigan on this one. I just feel like they have the better team.
And this is the last game I had down. Colorado at TCU. TCU's not a bad team. I like TCU. I'm going to ride with them over Colorado. I don't think Colorado's got the defense to play with TCU. Jay?
Yeah, I'm definitely going to ride with TCU on this one. I'm not a believer in Colorado. I haven't seen anything out of Colorado that makes me believe in them going up against a school of like TCU's caliber.
On TV.
So, yeah, and I think there's more storylines about Colorado than there are about how good Colorado is. And so, yeah, I'm gonna ride with TCU on that one.
Okay, big Glenn.
TCU. Horned Frogs, baby.
Chris?
Yeah, I like TCU. They're 13.5-point favorites. It's at TCU.
Yeah.
Colorado's defense can't stop the run. Both times I've seen them play, they've got people have a run all over them. Yeah, I like TCU.
Okay, and let's go to some NFL guys. First of all, Thursday night football.
Real quick, there is one game Friday night that might be a pretty good game.
Okay.
Don't give me that.
West Virginia and BYU.
I was gonna say don't give me no North Carolina shit.
No, West Virginia against BYU. I think West that could be a good game. I think West Virginia could have a chance in that game against BYU.
Okay, guys, let's go to some Thursday night football. San Francisco at the Rams. Rams are looking pretty good right now. Both teams are 3-1 though. But San Francisco, Purdy's out, and they also got two other receivers out. I think Jennings and Pearsall's out also. So,
and Bosa and Kittle.
Yeah, Bosa. So, yeah, they got a lot of injuries. I mean, they're kind of all taped up. Got to go with the Rams, especially at home. I mean, San Francisco's doing a good job with all the injuries right now. It's still playing decent football, but I don't think they're going to be able to overcome the Rams. Chris?
Yeah, I like the Rams in this game. If San Francisco was healthier, I would have went with San Francisco, but both with the injuries that they have, I like and it being in LA. Now they have a spread of 8.5 points. It's hard for me to lay 8.5 points, even though I do think the Rams win. When Kyle Shanahan's been an underdog versus Sean McVay, he's like 5-1 or something like that. He's fared good when he's an underdog against McVay. When he's an underdog against anybody else, he's like 2 for 50. So for some reason, he does good when he's an underdog against McVay. But I don't think San Francisco is going to have enough offense against this Rams defense to keep up. So I'm going to go with the Rams.
Yeah, I agree. On TV, they were talking about what San Francisco's chances. They said, well, McCaffrey's going to have to touch the ball probably 100 times for them to have a chance. So they said you got to pass to him 30 times and you got to run the ball 30 times. They even have a chance. So yeah, I'm liking the Rams too. Jay.
Yeah, I'm definitely going the Rams on this one. And again, it's hard to win a game against a good team when you're battling injuries of your own team. And I think Mac Jones could definitely do the job at quarterback, but not having Parasol, Bosa, and all the other ones that are missing off of injury. Yeah, I think this is just the Rams. The Rams are going to be too tough for them to deal with the injuries they have.
Yeah. Big Glenn.
It's going to be a Thursday night anomaly. Give me the Niners.
Oh, Glenn.
It's gonna be one. It's gonna be one of those Thursday night.
Glenn must have been drinking early. Glenn, we don't drink on this show beforehand, right? We gotta give responsible dates.
Yeah. Hey, we don't drink beforehand. We drink during the show. Damn it.
Yeah,
that's true. And some of us vape until we pass out and hit the floor. It's okay though. Let's keep rolling.
Yeah.
Okay. Next up,
I didn't get no damn Skittles.
Next up, we have the Raiders at the Colts. Chris, what are you thinking about this one?
Which one?
Raiders at the Colts.
Oh, I like the Colts. I'm gonna look the spread up, but yeah, I like the Colts in this game. Colts defense has been playing pretty good, and I think our offense is gonna be able to move the ball and score points against that Raiders defense. I like the Colts a lot in this game, actually.
Yeah, I like the Colts too. Jack?
Yeah, this is actually my suicide pick. I picked the Colts over the Raiders. So I just think the Colts are definitely rounding out to be a really nice, solid team. And I think the Raiders still have things that they're working on to get better at. So I just don't think the Raiders are quite there yet. So I think you guys are going to have a good day against them.
Okay. Big Glenn?
Spread is 6.5.
Okay.
Give me the Colts. Give me Colts. I was gonna try to pull the rug on that one, but no, I ain't gonna do that. I know better than that.
All right, guys. Next up, Houston at Baltimore. Interesting. Baltimore not going to have their starting quarterback. I don't even know who it's that guy who used to be with Dallas as their quarterback. So Jay, we'll give you this one first. Your second favorite team in the world, Houston against Baltimore.
Yeah, so Cooper Rush. So Cooper Rush will be going tonight for Baltimore, or not tonight, but Sunday night. So because Cooper Rush is going to be having that game and Lamar Jackson's not going to be there, I'm going to take the Texans on this one. And I'm going to tell you right now, I don't even think Baltimore makes the playoffs.
I kind of agree.
I don't think they make the playoffs.
Baltimore's only chance is really going to have to run the football, and Houston's defense has been pretty strong this year. That's been their strong point. So, yeah, I think I'm taking Houston also. Chris?
I'm taking Baltimore. We've seen Cooper Rush be able to come in, play some games, and be able to win games in this league. And what has killed the Baltimore Ravens has been more of their defense. And Houston Texans I don't think have the offense right now to take advantage of that Baltimore Ravens defense. So I'm gonna go with the Ravens. The spread on the game is they have Houston as a 1.5 point favorite.
Okay. Big Glenn?
Houston.
Okay. Now we're gonna go to Jay's favorite team, the Dallas Cowboys at the New York Jets. Jay?
Yeah, we got. I think you got the Jets. You said. I'm definitely going Cowboys on this one. I think this will be another game we're able to take. Cowboys are not playing, obviously, and we're not playing our best ball either. We've let some things go. So the last game we really should have taken. We had a lot of penalties, so we got to clean up the penalty. Dallas has to keep them penalties low. But no, I got Dallas. I think we're able to handle business. I think our run game is going to be good. We don't have CeeDee Lamb. But we're going against the Jets, so I think we can compensate not having CeeDee Lamb on this one. We did pretty well against Green Bay and not having CeeDee Lamb there, so I think we'll be okay. So, yeah, give me the Jets on the – Jets. Give me the Cowboys on that one. I know. I apologize. Give me the Cowboys.
This is a tough one because Jets are not playing that bad. I mean, But they cost themselves games because of the Jets. Every game seems like they cost themselves. I think it's going to be a close game, but I'm going to go with Dallas by 3. Chris?
All right, yeah, they have Dallas as a 2.5-point favorite on the road. I like the Cowboys in this game. I think the Cowboys will be able to score points on that Jets defense, and I don't know if the Jets will be able to score enough points against Dallas's defense. So I'm gonna go with the Cowboys.
Chris, let me ask you this, and Jay, let me ask you this. Look how good they made Dallas's defense made Williams look. Do you think it could happen again? Could Fields go crazy? I mean, I hope not, but it worries me a little bit with those long passes. Fields get out of the pocket and hit them guys deep because Dallas defense has given up a lot of big plays this year. But I'm still going to stick with Dallas. Big Glenn?
I'm going Dallas, but the thing that Dallas does not need to let happen is let Jets hang around to where they can potentially win the game at the end.
Yep.
Otherwise, Dallas all the way.
Well, I like Dallas by field goal because they got that kicker and kicking by 80 yards. So I like Dallas.
He can kick that some bitch from the river and they go in.
Next one, guys, Minnesota at Cleveland. I'm going to go first. I'm going to assume Minnesota's – I don't know because you're going to have two – I mean, Minnesota don't have their regular quarterback. Cleveland made a change. I'm going to go with Cleveland. I think Cleveland wins this game.
Okay, well, you do know that Cleveland is starting at a rookie quarterback, right? I just make sure you do Gabriel.
Yeah. I think they're going to start Gabriel, and I don't think Gabriel's going to do any worse than the other guy was doing. I'm not saying he's going to do a lot better.
No, I wasn't saying he was. I was just making sure you knew who was starting.
Yeah. I'm going to go with Cleveland with that defense. Chris?
They have Minnesota as a 3.5-point favorite. This is technically a home game for the Browns, but they're in London or somewhere.
Yeah, that's a good point.
It's one of the games that start at 9:30 in the morning. I'm gonna go with the Cleveland Browns in this one too. The Browns defense is good, so I think they'll be able to slow that Vikings offense up. We saw Carson Wentz look pretty good the first week. Last game last week down there against Pittsburgh, he didn't play terrible, but I mean, Minnesota fell a little short. But I think this Cleveland Browns offense is probably going to actually look a little bit better better than what it has. And then, like I said, with the defense they have, the only thing that does worry me is you do have the Brian Flores defense, and it's going up against a rookie quarterback. But the thing that I do like about Gabriel, he played 64 games in college, so the dude's played a lot of football. And if you look at a lot of these quarterbacks that have came in, that's played a lot of football, they've gotten off to pretty good starts as rookies. Jaden Daniels, Bo Nix, guys have all played a lot of games. So I like Cleveland. I like Cleveland in this game.
Okay, Jay, I'm gonna let you go next, and then Glenn, and then guys, the next game up after that's Denver and Philadelphia. But I have to use the bathroom.
Well, then I guess you should go use the bathroom then. Oh, he has toilet paper. Yeah, on this one, Matt. Oh, I knew you were a Yankee fan, Chris. I knew it, man.
No.
Yeah. Okay. I see. You ain't no Reds fan. You just okay. Now we know the real deal.
Oh, I know Yankees fan. That'd be
I beg to differ.
Yankees be the last team I ever root for.
Beg to differ. No, at this one, Cleveland versus Minnesota. I'm gonna ride with Carson Wentz on this one. I don't know what Dylan Gabriel's gonna bring yet. He's an unknown. I know he has a lot of experience at the college level, not denying it. I just haven't seen him at the pro level yet. And I do know Carson Wentz can operate at the pro level, that Minnesota offense with Justin Jefferson and company. So he's got just as many weapons, like you said, that Brian Flores led defense. We know that, but Minnesota's D, they can still play and they can hold their own against, I think, an unproven quarterback. So I think for that reason and that reason alone, I'm going to ride with Minnesota, just because there's a question mark in Cleveland's quarterback spot. That's the only thing I question. But we're going to find out. We're going to find out this Sunday what Dylan Gabriel really is. I wonder with Cleveland, I just wonder how much of a leash they're going to give him. Like if he struggles, I wonder how long they're going to let him struggle before they put Shedeur in.
Shedur's a third string quarterback.
Yeah, Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco's the backup.
I know. That's what I thought was that was my another question is. So they have, you got a quarterback who you haven't played. Why not give him the play? If you took Flacco out to put Gabriel in? Why would you? If Gabriel does mess up, why would you not want to see what Shedeur has? So at least you know what you got in the guy.
I think Gabriel plays the rest of the season.
I think Gabriel at least plays 3 or 4 games, and then if he really plays bad, then you may see Shedeur. But I don't think you'll see him right away. Honestly, I don't think they believe in Shedeur.
No, they clearly don't believe it, because if you believed in him, you wouldn't put him at third on the depth chart behind a struggling Flacco. So clearly, it has actually the people in Shedeur's camp are pissed. I know that we were talking about that on the other show, that they're not exactly happy with the fact that Shedeur has been thrown back on the depth chart and not put up at that second spot. So it's going to be interesting to see how that whole dynamic plays out in Cleveland, because I got a feeling. You got to imagine that Shedeur is pissed off now at this point at Cleveland. He probably has a lot of animosity. How could you not have animosity? They're not giving you a shot. They're clearly telling you they're not going to give you a shot. So if you're Shedeur,
I have animosity. Every backup quarterback is. I mean, there's 31 other teams that has a third string quarterback.
Oh, no, trust me, I understand. But you also know the situation that this is, the hype that was around him and all the things that came along with it. And the fact that you pull somebody out.
And what you just said, the hype around him. And
no, there is.
Right. And his team and all that, that's the reason he's still number 3. They're not ever going to move him up to number 2 to be the backup to Gabriel, because if they do that, they know as soon as Gabriel throws one incomplete pass, everybody on ESPN, everybody on the radio, everybody will be calling for Shedeur. Oh, you need to put him in. He can't play. If they have Flacco behind him, they know it ain't going to be the chatter about you need to go to the backup. And then like Shedeur doing the mime shit yesterday, and then his team and the media just keep throwing on about how the Browns are doing this wrong because they're starting Gabriel, not Sanders. That's just hurting Sanders. And Sanders getting moved up. Just the same way that happened with Tim Tebow, why he wasn't a backup in the NFL, why Cam Newton didn't last as a backup in the NFL. They don't want to be answering questions about their second string quarterback, let alone their goddamn third string quarterback.
But at some point, though, if Gabriel struggles and they go back to Flacco, you don't think there's going to be a lot of speculation and turmoil over that decision?
Oh, there will be from the media, but that's
no, that's my point. And so I mean, but I think it's going to put tension all over the place.
Well, again, I think
and in the media,
I think if they go in there and he loses the next 4 games and he don't play well, I think you'll see Shedeur get a chance. I really do. But again, if he goes in there and he goes 2-2, no, I don't think he's going to get an opportunity. It just depends on how Gabriel's played. But I think
right.
We're talking about a rookie just like Shedeur. They're going to give him some time. They're going to give him at least 4 games at the very least, I would think.
You have to give a good sample size. You can't just go in there, put him in, and jerk him out, right? I mean, that wouldn't be fair to him or anybody.
But
I think this was Cleveland's plan the whole time. I think they knew. I think they were going to start Flacco, let Gabriel kind of learn week to week how the NFL went, how to prepare for games. Let him learn for 3-4 weeks, see how it went with Flacco. And if you're winning games, leave Flacco out there a little bit longer. But once it got to the point where it wasn't working out, we're going to go with Gabriel. I think this was kind of I think they planned on playing Gabriel sometime this season the whole time. They just wanted to let him get a little more experience and feel like what it is every Sunday to go to a game and how to prepare, because it's different than college. And then he's got to do that for 3-4 weeks now. And Flacco's looked pretty bad the last 2 games, so they decided to go ahead and do it now. But I think this has kind of been their plan.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think I'm glad that they didn't wait too long to make that switch to Dylan. You know, like we were talking about the other night, Tony. You know, I mean, I'm glad that they did it when they did it.
What's Cleveland's record?
1-3.
1-3. Okay.
It should
Yeah,
be 2-2.
Yeah,
It should
yeah,
be 2-2. They
Yeah.
had the Bengals beat and missed like 3 field goals.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Okay. Glenn's gone. Okay. Next up, guys, we had Denver at Philadelphia. Denver, I thought they'd be a little better than they are, but I still think that they're going to be a good team. But yeah, Philadelphia at home, I like Philadelphia, probably by about 10 points. Jay?
Wow.
Yeah, I think that Philadelphia wins this game, but I think Denver, this is going to be a good game for Bo Nix in Denver, to be honest with you, from an experience level, for them to go up against a team like this, and that defense, that Philadelphia has is really good. So this is going to be another good opportunity for Dylan to, not for Dylan Gable, for Bo Nix to be able to show the team what he can do, and find out what he can do against a really good defense. So we're going to see just how good this Denver team can be through this game and how they play against the Eagles. It's going to be interesting to see. I think Dobbins is running the ball for them, so it's going to see how good Dobbins can test that interior of Philadelphia and how that run defense is. So I expect to see a lot of running out of Philadelphia. Out of Philadelphia, out of the Broncos, out of the Broncos. And also, I'm not very impressed, though, with Saquon Barkley at this point. I don't think Saquon Barkley has actually played all that well either. So I think that could be the one weakness for Philadelphia. It's just that I have not seen enough out of Saquon. And I know we're only 4 games in, but I've not seen enough out of Saquon right now. So that's the one thing I'd be curious about. That, and also that cornerback Jackson. I feel like he can still be exploited. I feel like those are 2 big weaknesses, and I'm curious to see how Denver does against that.
Okay. Chris?
I like Denver Broncos in this game.
Yeah.
If you look, I know the Broncos have 2 losses, but both their losses have been the good teams, and both of them were real close. They almost beat the Colts. They came down to the end. And against the Chargers, they lost 23-20. When they played bad teams, they pretty much dominated both those games. So I like them, and they got a good defense. I think I think it's going to be a close game, but I think the Broncos are going to pull it off at the end. But I think it's going to be a real close game.
Okay. Next up, guys, Tampa Bay at Seattle. Chris?
This is a tough one here.
It is. It really is.
They got Seattle as a 3-point favorite at home. I'm gonna go with Seattle at home. I think that Seattle defense is a little bit better than Tampa's defense. I think that's what it's going to come down to, because both teams have quarterbacks that are playing real well. Baker has been playing real well all season, and then Sam Darnold has as well. But yeah, I think Seattle's a little bit better of a team than I thought they were at the beginning of the year. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Seattle at home.
I am too. I'm gonna go Seattle with a field goal. Jay?
Yeah, I'm curious to see how. I know Charbonnet got a little bit of work in the other day or the other last game. So I'm curious to see how that backfield works out between Charbonnet and Walker for Seattle. So that's kind of curious to me. I think I like Njigba, and I like the way Sam Darnold is doing this, but I also like the way that Tampa's playing right now, and the passion that Baker is exuding over there. Bucky Irvin also running the ball. So I'm on the fence. This is another game. I'm on the fence with this one. But you're right, it is in Seattle. So yeah, I'm gonna roll with Seattle. I think just because they're a home game, because I think these 2 teams are very evenly matched, honestly.
I only got 2 more games left, guys. We're gonna do that. Washington at the Chargers. Chris?
Let Jay go first.
Okay. What game are we doing?
Washington at the Chargers.
Yeah, and Jaden Daniels has now been medically cleared to play. I don't know if they're going to play him. I'm imagining the next couple of practices, see how he performs in practice before they give him the all clear to actually go out there. But he did clear the biggest hurdle, which is being medically cleared. So he is medically cleared to play now. So I think a lot of this really determines on if he plays or if he doesn't play for how far this Commanders team goes. McLaurin is obviously still out. The Chargers have an incredible defense. They really do. They have a great defense. And I think this is going to be a very big test for Washington. But because there's a question mark at the quarterback position for Washington, and I don't know how well Jaden's going to play his first game back from injury, I'm going to go with Justin Herbert and the Chargers because I think that they're the more healthier team. So I'm going to go that route.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Chargers too. I think it'll be a close game. I'm going to go Chargers by 3 or 4 points. So, Chris?
You know when McLaurin's going to be back?
I haven't heard.
Oh, that's a good question because I have not heard either. Let me see here.
I think he's still out though.
But I like the Chargers in this game, though. If I remember right, this game's in it's a home game for the Chargers.
Yep.
I think Chargers played a bad game, a little bit of a bad game last week against the Giants. I think they're going to bounce back this week and play a lot better, play like they had been playing. So yeah, I'm gonna go with the Chargers.
So McLaurin has a quadricep injury, and he has not practiced, or he did not practice on Wednesday. So I guess it's going to have to come down to Thursday, Friday, see if he practices and to see if he's a go or not. But as of Wednesday, he has not practiced.
Okay. All right, guys. Our last game, New England at the Buffalo Bills. Jay, what are you thinking?
New England and Buffalo Bills. What am I thinking? I'm thinking that Buffalo is about to spank New England. That's what I think. It's just really a matter of how bad do they spank them, right? New England is they're not done doing bad under Vrabel. I mean, honestly, looking at where they are in the transition now and the draft picks and like that. I mean, New England is actually looking pretty good, but they are definitely not on Buffalo Bills level. They are not at that level by any way, shape, or form. So I do expect to see a helping dose of Denver's offense. I think they're going to light them up. I expect to see a lot of James Cook running the ball, and I expect to see Drake May doing a little bit of scrambling. That's how I see that. But ultimately, I got the Bills taking that one.
Yeah, I got the Bills. I think it might be a little closer than what people think, and I'm going to go with the Bills. Chris?
Yeah, I like the Bills as well. I think it's going to be a close game, though. They have this spread of 8.5, and that's almost right up, almost to the point where I would think about taking New England in the points. A division game, so division games are usually a little bit closer than closer games as well. But yeah, I think the Bills win the game, but 8.5 points feels like a little maybe too many to me.
That's Joe's upset pick. There you go, Joe.
Now, if Glenn was still on here, he'd probably join in with you. He'd pick up concepts. That's the day.
Yeah, most definitely. Well, guys, that's all I have for today. Anybody got anything else before we get out of here?
No. Hey, just make sure you check me and Gonzo out tomorrow night on the evening recap show. I know me and Tony won't be on the show tomorrow. It's going to be the young guys of Logan and Gonzo on the afternoon show tomorrow. And then me and Gonzo will be on tomorrow's recap show tomorrow night. So make sure you catch those two shows. Other than that, that's all I got.
Yep. Have a good weekend.